Good morning everyone and welcome to or back to my channel. It's your girl Amelia Goldsmith, also known as Amelia_Fit, and I do fitness, fashion, beauty, lifestyle content. Today's video, episode 2 of the Munch with Milly. We're gonna go with a full day of eating today. So I went out last night. I'm feeling a little bit ropey. Actually had one of these shots, as you just saw, and I always find they really help with hangovers as well. So in the next 30 minutes I'm going to be a different person. Usually after nights out, back in my old self, not now, back in my old self, I would always restrict. I would always like try and have only like clean foods, like flush all the toxins out of me, but like I hated it. It wasn't enjoyable, and you don't need to do that. So I'm here to show you guys that food freedom is everything and you don't need to restrict. So that is part of this Munch with Milly episode. Anyway, let's have some breakfast. I'm just eating some chocolate right now. I'm gonna have some oats. So just the usual bowl. So making oats is a skill, and you've got to have the right ingredients, the right ratios, the right proportions. It's a science. So I'm going to use the Misfits protein. I guess this is like a little exclusive announcement, but I'm now with Misfits. Numerous different reasons. One of the reasons is because obviously I'm now trying to be a bit more plant-based, so I want to just try out more vegan protein powders. And I love the Misfits bars. Anna is with Misfits and I have had a lot of the bars and they are fantastic. So I'm actually very excited to now be with Misfits. A new little journey, new little step. So yeah, I'm using the Misfits one. I haven't tried this one yet in my oats, so it's going to be a live taste test. Like I said, went out last night, had a lot of alcohol, and I want you guys to remember that alcohol is not something that you should like completely cut out. Obviously, if you don't want to drink alcohol, like for other reasons, then definitely go for it. But if you avoid alcohol just because you think it's like bad calories or part of your restricted brain, you have to remember that life is not to be lived in restriction. Like you have to live it, breathe it, enjoy it, make memories. And for me, enjoying time with friends and, you know, letting my hair down, having a glass or two, that is how I want to live my life. I want to live it in an enjoyable way, and I enjoy doing that. So I'm going to do it. Previously, like when I was at uni, obviously uni is renowned for like lots of drinking, lots of nights out. I didn't live my full uni life, which is really sad because all I wanted to do was look lean and go to the gym and not go out with my friends and not make memories. And I generally felt really like left out a lot of the time because of that, because of my restrictive brain. So if you are someone at uni and you feel like you can resonate with what I just said, then please like just enjoy it while you can. There's so much more to life than restricting and calorie. I actually find that because now I don't track. If you are new to my channel, I don't track anymore, and I used to be an avid calorie counter for years and years and years and years. And only recently I've stopped, and it is such a scary thing, but it's done me so much good because it's forced me to not think about the calories, like to not feel guilty. Like I'd rather not know if I've eaten, I don't know, 5,000 calories in a day. Like maybe that's great for some, but obviously for me that'd be a big surplus, and I'd rather just not know that. Because if I knew that, I would subconsciously or even consciously restrict and feel guilty in myself and feel bad in myself, and instantly my brain would think that I look fat, even though my body has not changed at all within that day. But just knowing that I've gone over my calories, it would just completely switch my mindset. And like your brain is so powerful. That's my little morning motivation. And there you have it. all of oats. I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna go into Central and meet Emma for a drink, well, for a coffee, and I guess I'm gonna have lunch out. Anyway, I've added some chocolate, peanut butter and hemp seeds, and with vegan protein I've discovered that it's a lot thicker, so you need way more liquid. I'm gonna enjoy this. No guilt. We got an almond milk cappuccino and an MSA UK.
A coconut latte.
We're in a very fancy place for the bougie girls we are. Just on a big old catch up, aren't we?
Yeah, very
OG catch up with our coffees.
We've seen each other for like 2 months.
Well, we saw each other last night, but
well, yeah, other than that, it's been like 2 months.
It's been 2 months. We've got some things to talk about as well. But other things.
Other things.
Hi guys, so I'm literally vlogging in public right now, and I hate it so much, but we're doing it. I just left the Med, and I'm about to have a little protein bar because I kind of didn't really plan this, and I hate buying lunch out when I know I have so much food at home. So thank God I've got this little snack in my bag. This bar is actually insane. I've had to just whip my camera out again to tell you guys. It's the speculous one. It's like Lotus Biscoff. Oh my God. I can't get enough. This is incredible. Honestly, no word of a lie. Wow. I can have a dozen of these. Anyway, then I'm on my way to the gym. I'm not working out because I went out last night. Like, that's definitely not what I'm doing. I actually find that to cure a hangover, I just need to move my body and like need to get that blood flowing. So literally just gonna use it as a way to like stretch, maybe do some like body weight stuff, like just, you know, very chill, very light on the body. But whereas before, like, I would literally force myself to go to the gym. Like, usually if I don't fancy it, I'm not gonna go to the gym. Honestly, I'd say like, oh my God, that guy was literally laughing at me. But anyway, last year and like all the other years before that, I would force myself to go to the gym when I didn't want to, and it would just be hell. And it doesn't need to be like that. So if you don't want to go to the gym, don't go to the gym. Don't convince yourself that you want to go to the gym and actually you don't. That's what I used to do as well. Just live your best life. Let me show you my little gym fit of the day. In the Whitney. Thanks and bye. And we are back. What day? I was not anticipating to be out for that long. Went to the shops, got some essentials. I was gonna get the Outpro, but she's too expensive. She's on the Tesco zone freeform yogurt, but that's great because we like that. I had lunch quite late. I literally had lunch at like 5, which was not the plan, but it's a realistic what I eat in a day, isn't it? So we're going with it. This is actually great. Because I had lunch so late, past me, and my Ed brain would say, oh Amelia, you don't deserve dinner now because you've had lunch late, and you can't have such a small time gap between your lunch and your dinner, so you don't need dinner. But honey, where is the science behind that? Tell me where the science is behind that, because I know that that's not true. I'm gonna show you guys that Ed brain is wrong. If you are watching this and you haven't experienced any sort of like negative relationship with food, or like you haven't had any sort of diet culture related thoughts like that, then I guess it's so new for you to hear. But like, people with an Ed, people without an Ed, people with rules around food, a lot of the time there would be like lots of rules around when you can eat food and the timings of that. And it's actually ingrained in society. Like, we're brought up to think that you have breakfast between 8 and 9, and that you have lunch between 12 and 1, and that you have dinner between 6 and 7, any later is bad and it's going to make you gain weight and whatever. We're literally, it's ingrained in society. At workplaces, you really kind of have lunch between 12 and 1, don't you? Like, that's kind of the time slots. I think it's really sad because it can get really controlling. So I always say on my Instagram to just not follow those food rules. Like, you don't need to have a timestamp on when you eat. Like, your body knows when it wants food, and I'm not going to get technical here, but your circadian rhythm is what controls that. So your circadian rhythm is like your sleep cycle. Your appetite is based around that as well. So it's not based around the time of day or the every hour of the day. It is literally based on your circadian rhythm and your body. So if you're hungry at 12, you should eat. If your friend isn't hungry at 12, that's not your problem. That's not their problem. It's literally just different bodies doing a different thing, and you just have to listen to your own body, because if you don't, you're neglecting it, and then it's just a recipe for disaster, and you don't need that in your life. You don't need to overthink it. So, long story short, we'll have dinner no matter what time it is. If it's 9 p.m, I will have dinner. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, guys. Also, that lunch I had on the train, it was so awkward because people were staring at me, and there was this guy next to me, kept giving me the looks, and I was just owning it. I was just eating my wrap and my marshmallow and owning it, and I was loving it. I was loving every second of that lunch, actually. Hello. Don't judge me, but I think I'm just gonna have like a breakfast for dinner. So I'll show you what I'm gonna have. This is another thing I used to never allow myself to do. Eat while I'm cooking. I used to think I shouldn't do that. But why? Why shouldn't I do that? Every time I make toast, I burn it. So we need to keep an eye on it today, Amelia. Oh no! You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Also, guys, if you don't do this, then try it next time. Raw mushroom, hummus, together. Beans. Also, please don't unsubscribe. It really is good. Cold beans. I'm just doing some Instagram story Q&A things, so that's why I'm going to be talking to my phone. But I'm just going to butter my toast. So, I do date. I am dating. I guess I can now like focus on other aspects of my life. I do date. I am dating. So, wow, I'm really multitasking right now. So I'm obviously not a doctor. I always say that. I'm just putting my beans on. But I don't agree with it. Like, it just masks the problem. It doesn't solve the actual issue. And I went off it. So I'm obviously not a doctor. I always say that. Guys, if you heard that answer, it's about birth control and trying to get your period back while being on birth control. And like I said, I don't think it's good. Yeah, it masks the problem. Like, just because you bleed every month, depending on what pill you're on, it doesn't mean that that's your period. I mean, well, it's not your period, so it really isn't doing anything for you. At the end of the day, what's really going to protect your bone health is weight gain. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my dinner. Guys, this is the final product. Got beans, toast, eggs, mushrooms. I would have added Linda McCartney sausages, but we don't have those. I'm gonna have a bit of salt and pepper. And then, Bob's your uncle. Oh, gorgeous. Finish off this Munch with Milly series, episode 2. We of course have to end it with a yog bowl or a pot. If you're new, then you would not know, but I have one of these a day, I'd say. Yeah, a day. The whole thing. I always get asked, like, do you have the whole pot? Yeah, I have the whole pot. We don't listen to serving sizes here, we listen to our own bodies. And one pot is perfect for me, so I'm gonna have that. I'm also just gonna add a bit of protein powder because I just don't think I've had enough protein today. I'm having the cookies and cream Misfits one. Again, links in the description box, code on the screen. So we're gonna mix it in. Gotta really get those lumps out of the equation. Okay, I'm gonna top it with some chocolate crispy things. You guys know. Anything really, anything crunchy, that's what's essential about a yog bowl. You need something crunchy, you need like you need to add a flavour of some sort. That's a bit of syrup. If you fancy some fruit, put some fruit in there. If you fancy some chocolate, put some chocolate in there. Whatever you desire. Nut butters, anything. I'm just going to keep it quite simple today. And there you have it. Also, it's, what time is it? It's 10 to 10 in the evening and I'm having my last meal of the day. So that's another little pointer there, another little food rule. Like I said before, we don't have food rules, we don't have meal times, strict meal times anyway. We just eat when we want. And I want this right now, so I'm gonna have it. Lovely. Stunning. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, guys. If you did enjoy it, you know the drill. Please hit that like and subscribe button because it really, really does support my channel. You probably hear it all the time from every other YouTuber that you watch, but it really does. So that would be much appreciated. And I can't wait to continue this Munch with Milly series. I hope this has helped in some way as well. And just another friendly reminder to not restrict, not overthink things, and just live life to the fullest and be that boss that you deserve to be. Yeah, gonna love you, leave you guys, and I'll see you next one. Mwah.